So I'm getting chauffeured around everywhere I go. Whatever I desire. I was telling him, can I get a bike? There's a bike on my door within the hour. Do you know what I mean? Brand new. Really? Just whatever I wanted. I feel like Newport was the capital city of Wales at that time. People will come from Cardiff, Swansea to come to Newport. Yeah, Stav's my brother, man. The maddest thing is, I shot his first music freestyle with like Ronaldinho. And there was points within that game where I felt like I was running the whole show. 10 players on that court, I'm in charge. Like that sort of level of mastery.
Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to our very first podcast.
Number one.
Whoop, whoop. I'm Mark.
I'm Liam.
And this is 24/7. I think that's what we're calling it, right?
24/7.
24/7. Right, okay, so let's just jump straight into it. Our very first guest, man, I'm so excited. Quick introduction, right? No names yet. The BBC once called him the Gareth Bale of futsal.
In addition to that, he's also released multiple music videos, songs, and clothing lines.
Also, I'll need this fact checked, I think. Okay. Played futsal in 30 countries?
Over 30, yeah.
Over 30 countries,
Over 30.
Okay.
I don't think I've been to 30 countries.
No, I can't even name 30 countries.
And lastly, he's recently opened the Love Life Light Healing Club in Cardiff.
Hub.
Club.
I knew we'd get it right. There's going to be clubs,
expanding.
Plural, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's none other than Newport legend Rico, Zulkarnain.
Big love, man. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here recording the first one. I feel like it's a start of great things for Newport in terms of celebrating the people that's here, and getting them out far and wide. I think we definitely need to do more of that, man. Put the scope on Newport.
Well, listen, we're not going to jump straight into your life story just yet.
Okay.
We're going to do a quick icebreaker. Some opening questions, okay? Are you ready?
I'm ready, man.
All right, Rico, if you could have lunch with any musician, dead or alive,
I'm already
and you can name more than one if you wish, who would it be and why?
Bob Marley, no brainer, man. I just feel like a lot of the stuff that I'm channeling through my music now, and just the legacy that he's left on the planet. Not only when he was here, but now that he's gone, it's only getting greater and greater. And I just feel like all the people that's come from him as an extension, whether that's like Lauryn Hill, Skip, Damien, YG, and the legacy that they're now leaving. For me, I'd love to pick his heart and spirit, man, and see the energy that he was channeling, day to day.
Would there be a third person?
Muhammad Ali.
Musicians.
Musicians. Okay. Who really inspired me growing up? Another person I would love to pick their brain is Stevie Wonder.
Oh, man.
Yeah, sounds crazy, bro.
Nah, it's not crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Stevie. Be there. Imagine the stories.
Exactly.
Those two combined, imagine the stories. I feel like Stevie would have more stories than Bob because he's in it. He's still here, he's still going.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people don't even know the fact that Stevie Wonder's blind. That's next level, bro.
Surely.
That's next level. I think, no. Serious.
That's crazy.
But I feel like even the fact that he's blind...
There are conspiracies.
Yeah? I never heard of them, maybe.
Well, but he's not actually blind.
Yeah. So there are listen.
Yeah.
There are videos. Yeah. I don't know where or. By the way, I think he's blind. Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't me going. I don't think he's blind. I think he's 1,000,000% blind.
Glasses are fake.
Yeah. But there's a couple of videos where so he's in the crowd.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's gone to but he's gone to a gig. Yeah. And they've waved at him, and he's waved back. But with no nudge or little wave, Stevie. Do you know what I mean? But there's a conspiracy for everything and anything anyway, yeah?
It could just be a coincidence. He could have just waved at that time without knowing he was being waved at.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm not saying I'm the conspiracy guy. Anyway, back to the questions, Liam.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same question, but without jumping the gun like you just did with Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Same question, but just sports people. Because obviously you're known for your sports.
Yeah, man. I feel like Muhammad Ali for sure. Just in terms of, again, what he lived his life for, it was way bigger than sport. And he left something that was going to outlive him, And if I could put anyone else in that bracket in terms of sports, it'd have to be R9, man. Brazilian.
Yeah, okay.
Ronaldo. For me, growing up, I remember I used to wear Brazil shirts. I used to shave my hair just like him.
I was going to
say. Study his videos. I used to tell people I was from Brazil. And yeah, man, just even the whole RZ9 thing. You know, obviously my name is an extension of the inspiration I got from him. I style a lot of my playing just in terms of just being very direct. You know, just running at players ruthlessly, 1v1s, inside eights, spinning them. Yeah, man, whenever I think of sports people, I think they're the two people that really come to my mind.
Beautiful. So going completely off topic now from sports
Beautiful.
and music. You're on death row.
Oh, damn.
What's your last meal?
Last meal on death row. My last meal. Oh, God. Do you know what, bro? I'm going to say it. It's an acai bowl. That's my last meal on death row, bro. I'm addicted to them.
You're not going for a kebab.
No.
You're not going for something dirty.
No.
You're still going like as healthy as you can
Acai, bro.
possibly be.
Yeah, fact.
Yeah, okay,
I'm
okay.
addicted to that stuff. Yeah. And I feel like when you know a good acai, that's the first thing I wake up and think about every day.
Man, I'm going to hold my hands up myself. I've never tasted one.
Bro, come to...
No, I know I have to. I should
Yeah.
do that. Yeah, of course.
It's the levels, man.
Alright, cool.
And then we got it on tap.
Yeah.
Acai on tap. It's going crazy. Yeah, we're getting famous for it.
It's a good one. It's a different one. Not what I was expecting, but we'll go with it. Mark took it away from music, so I'm going to go back. I just want to know what the first album you ever bought was and whether you still listen to it now.
Okay, the first album I ever bought, to be honest, bro, I think it was something by Lauryn Hill. I'm pretty sure it was Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. That's the first album I bought. But if we're talking about albums that I stole off my sister growing up in high school, I'm pretty sure it was something like Jaheim.
Oh, Jaheim, that's a
Yeah,
throwback.
classic.
Wow.
I remember stealing my sister's CD, putting it in the big CD player in my coat pocket, and just reminiscing, walking to school, just singing.
Just skipping.
Banger,
Couldn't.
banger,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Yeah, Jaheim was the one growing up. I remember I used to serenade a few teenage women when I was growing up with that album.
We're keeping that in. Let me ask you, if you, so back to footy, futsal footy, if you could play alongside, I know you have already, but dead or alive, who are you playing with and why?
Have I got to just choose one?
Nah, I'll give you 2 or 3. There's so many. I know there's so
I think
many.
we should
but,
also say you can't say someone you've mentioned previously.
okay, yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah,
okay,
someone you can't.
okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Another goal of mine growing up was Zinedine Zidane, man. I used to study him religiously. I was centre mid. A lot of people don't know when I was a youngster, I was pretty heavy. I was quite big. So I'd rely just being in the middle of the court or the middle of the pitch, a little bit of skill, feed someone through or take a long shot. I didn't really move from that centre mid. So just finessing people like Zidane, that's definitely someone I would love to play with. If I could pick another person, and there's someone I can't mention R9.
I mean, you can, but if you can name someone else as well.
I'm going to say Ronaldo, bro. Cristiano Ronaldo. For me, just being in an environment or on the same pitch with someone like him, I know I'm going to soak up so much of his values. I've already done that in terms of other greats within the game. I feel like people of his stature, being in their presence, man. Obviously, you guys said dead or alive, but for me, I'm always going to go back to people that's sort of alive and I've watched. You know, there's some greats.
I know.
Yeah, I could name some heavyweights, but it's like I never really got to watch them live. Do you know what I mean? These sort of superstars I have, so I'm gonna choose people that's alive right now. So yeah, Cristiano and Zidane.
So slightly off topic on the back of that one, would that be your answer in the Ronaldo versus Messi debate that seems to be going on?
Honestly, bro, no. I would say Messi. I can't lie, but I would want to play with Ronaldo. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like Messi's on another realm in terms of a galaxy of his own. People always say, like, yeah, but Ronaldo has to work for it. If you know the game, ain't nothing easy, man. Do you know what I mean? And it's just little details that sort of Messi sees that no one else is ever going to see. Obviously, Ronaldo's a great. But yeah, it's just a shame that obviously, it's not a shame, it's a blessing and a curse that these two sort of playing in the same era, innit? I feel like we've just been so gifted to have those two. It's the biggest blessing. But yeah, I feel like Messi's in another realm, man.
You got one more? One more for the icebreaker?
Let's do it.
I just want one song, any song you've known, listened to, that basically sums up your life, brings you to where we are now. If you could tie back to one song.
That's tough.
Ooh, the first song that comes to my mind, Bob Marley, Natural Mystic. There's a natural mystic flowing through the air. Yeah, I just feel like I've experienced certain things in my life, and life for me will never be the same again. And it is that sort of natural mysticism, and I just feel like I'm living it, man. Everywhere I look, everywhere I go, it's there. You know, this natural mysticism. So,
Well, on the back of that, then,
yeah,
I mean, that, you know, icebreaker done.
Yeah.
Not that we needed it. We all know each other here, we're mates, but it's nice for the podcast.
yeah,
I'm going to start, like, so you're very much in the now person. Yeah. You're present. It's now. Yeah.
absolutely.
So let's start where we're at now, and then we're going to go back. Yeah, because there's so much to talk about.
Let's do it.
So what we're doing, well, what you're doing right now is you're doing the Healing Hub in Pontcanna.
Yeah.
And I don't even want to say like there's more here, and you're sprinkling seeds here, there, and everywhere. But for those that don't know about it, shame on them.
Yeah.
But tell us a bit about it.
So the Lovely Light Healing Hub is a wellness wonderland in Cardiff. In the daytime, we're a conscious cafe, along with other wellness treatments like infrared sauna, guided meditation, pretzel therapy massage. We've just got ice bath, pools.
I gotta try that.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And then in the evening, we're like a wellness hub. So a place where the community can come, you know, mix it up, whether that's our Friday night run clubs, our weekly same baths, our group guided meditations, our wellness talks on gut microbiome, heart coherence, teaching people about energy and healing. And yeah, it's just a wellness wonderland, man. There was nothing like it before. And to be honest, in the space of the last 2 years, there's so many people trying to replicate what we're doing, which is an amazing thing. But yeah, it's definitely one of a kind, man.
So you and the beautiful Tessa,
Yeah, my heart and soul,
run the place.
the fam.
Can you remember the first time when you've put pen to paper and gone, do you know, Tess, do you know what I think we should do? Or if Tessa said, Rico, do you know what I think we should do?
Yeah. Do you know what?
How did that come about? And then from that, because this is the thing with you.
Yeah.
I was at a talk a few weeks back, and a photographer, he said they were talkers and they were doers. Yeah? You and Tessa are very much doers.
Yeah. I do the doing before the talking, man.
Yeah, this is it. So at what point, where were you? What was the conversation?
Yeah.
And then on the back of that, then, you know, how fast is it all happening?
Yeah. So I know when it first started was during COVID. You know, we was doing these sort of heart coherent meditations. We just discovered Dr. Joe Dispenza. So I'm talking like 3-hour walks from Newport all the way to Risca and back. Just being in the heart center, sort of vibrating in a space of love and high energy. And then this voice just came in my conscious mind. And it said, you're going to have a healing hub. You know, this voice, I don't know who it is or what it is, but I've heard it many times before. And everything that it says, it comes true. Whether that's sticking a Ronaldinho poster on my bedroom wall, and then that voice saying, you're going to play with him in the next 2 years. But not only play with him, but win titles with him. But this voice said to me, you're going to have a healing hub. And I said to Tess, we're going to have a healing hub. And she's like, what do you want about? And for the course of like a week, I'm just saying this over and over. So much so, she's telling me to shut up. I'm doing a head-in. She can't see the vision. So I start researching places like online in America, Australia, sort of wellness communities across the world. And I shows a sort of insights into, you know, nothing that's like ours, but infrared sauna studios or meditation centers or yoga studios, Pilates studios. And I'm saying to Tess, we're going to have all this under one roof. Obviously, before that, we spent a long time living in Bali, trying a lot of healthy cafes. So in terms of the conscious cafe side of things, that was always going to be under wraps. But yeah, so she started to see the vision then. I started to book viewings behind her back.
Did you?
Just spaces.
You couldn't wait.
Couldn't wait. I'm like, but that's what I do. In terms of I'll have this idea, I'll take action. Tess is the strategic. She can strategize and say, actually, we're gonna not do that. We're gonna do that. Let's put that there. This is how we make this happen. You know, the balance between the both of us. If you was to see it in this light, in full flow.
Was there anything in your wild imagination that you have that Tessa went, that's not happening, and it didn't make it to the hub?
Yeah, not in terms of the hub, but I'm the kind of person, I want to make it happen. Not that I want to make it happen so fast, but I take great action, like inspired action. But Tess takes it of the highest order. So for example, a joke she will always make is, you know, if it wasn't for me, we'd be in a sandwich shop in Newport. And which is the kind of reality. I was booking viewings for sandwich shops in Newport. I was trying to, and Tess was like, nah, that's not even in our realm. So she started Googling like the coolest places in Wales. Pontcanna come up. Anyway, we booked a viewing in Pontcanna. We knew destiny was
Love
there.
at first sight, yeah. And that was the first place there that you looked at, was it?
Yeah, it was the first place in Cardiff. Actually, I'm lying. There was maybe two. There was one in the Bay, and actually, it was two in the Bay. And then there was a place in Newport that I thought we had. You know the place by the riverfront?
The Octopus Lounge.
The Octopus Lounge. So much so we was outside there in the sun sketching how it was going to be laid out. And then we got a call like, the landlord's decided to go with someone else. Bearing in mind for the 6 years prior to this, no one had ever tried to get it. The moment we tried to get it, someone else got it.
A sign? I don't know. Yeah. Because I can't imagine it. I cannot imagine it being there.
No.
Instead of where it is now.
I call it God blocks, man. It's like I have this idea, I'll go for it, and then God will put a block in. Even in this podcast, when I reference God, I'm not a religious man. Whatever that means to you is what it means to you. But for me, it's the one infinite creator. So anyway, I've gone in for this thing. God block. Okay, that's not it. Pontcanna is it. Did a viewing. Cut a long story short. Put an offer in. Offer got accepted. The landlord took a chance on us, bearing in mind that we never had anything like it. So he's like, you know what? I believe in this idea. We didn't even have any 5-year business plan. We just had a great why and two people that sort of knew we could make it happen. Yeah, so that's the story. We waited a whole year to get in there. The previous clients, they was having dilapidations, meaning they had to put it back to its original form. But we was trying to rush it. Obviously, we were thinking in our head, like, oh my God, this is a whole year of, losing out on treatments. But in that year, we got busy. We planned so many things in advance. And looking back in hindsight, if we didn't have that year, would never have been ready. But that year was a big lesson, man.
So were you both working elsewhere at that time, or were you playing?
Listen to this, Lee. We wasn't even working. The way that I was living and making a wage was through affiliate links. So obviously my lads following online. During COVID, everyone was online, innit? So our house, our parents' house, it would literally look like Christmas every day. Meaning I'd get 6 grand saunas from America sent to my mum's house. I'd get treadmills, bikes, just sent for free, supplements, food, drink. We hardly spent in COVID. And obviously I just dropped them on my Instagram then with the link. I'm telling you now, we wake up in the morning, we'd be like, oh, email, $1,000, $800, $700. No yeah, just selling saunas, bro. I think I sold like 30 grand in saunas over COVID.
I didn't know that. That's insane.
So we didn't even have to work, man.
Wow.
It was crazy. Yeah.
Gives you the time then to focus on what you're doing.
You could just be immersed in it. But even that, it's like someone will have a year, when you look back at COVID, in terms of what everyone else was doing with that year, we was immersed in when the doors would open up. So we was doing like Bob Proctor seminars, Tony Robbins seminars, waking up podcasting every day, jogging 5-6 times a week. Our house was like a science lab, meaning we'd have brain taps, infrared saunas, just scattered around the house. So I'd walk from the bedroom to the living room. It's the meditation. Let me do one. Personal therapy setup. Let me do that and read the book. It was literally just all there so we could use it, man. Just immersed in health and wealth.
So what is the goal? What's the end? Is there an end game? When is there a goal for the Wellness Hub?
Yeah.
And then is there an end game?
For me, I'm very much in the moment. Going back to, for a long time in my life, futsal was sort of my baby. That's what I'd done. That was my identity within the world. I'm very much, I could wake up tomorrow and it could change. I just live in the moment. And in that moment, I'm going to take it to the highest level. I'm going to get it to where I can get it. And if God says to me, hey, tomorrow, this isn't it. You're not aligned to that anymore. Move on. I'm going to follow my heart. And it may not make sense to anyone else, in terms of all this monetary gain, all these people that we're helping. If I wake up today and for example, God says, hey, Rico, you're going to be a YouTuber or you're going to start a podcast. I'm all in on that. Not that I'll drop that, but if that's what God's saying, like, hey, the energy there has stopped. You've took it to where you can get it. Pass it on to someone else. I'll do that.
Do you feel like that is a bit of you where you say something and people will doubt it? Because you were quite a late bloomer.
For sure.
You played football forever.
Yeah.
But then futsal, not many people turn professional in their mid-20s.
Yeah, 20,
In anything, really. Well, this is it. With the wellness hub,
yeah.
you know, your landlord going, hang on a minute, what's this?
Yeah.
And you're trying to explain to someone, there's no plan.
I sat down with an investor the other day, you know, someone coming in to try and sort of jump on board to take this to another realm. And he was asking me all these business questions, and I had to stop him and say, hey, you're asking too many questions. You're so in your mind, I can't relate to you. In terms of, there's an air of mysticism about this. I could say something or foresee something that you're not going to see. And if you say no, that's not going to work. So with that being said, this ain't going to work. So, I mean, it's almost like I embrace the genius that I am. I believe we're all geniuses in some light. And I embrace that. And some things I could tell people, and it's going to sound crazy. And I'm going to say woo-woo. But I live very much in, it's already happened. It's waiting for me. And yeah, it's definitely something that works for me.
So how old were you then when you got your first futsal contract?
First futsal contract, it all happened within the year, bro. I discovered futsal when I was 23. I was out in Denmark with Great Britain doing a street soccer competition. The way that these other players were moving the ball, I was like, man, what are these guys doing? This is crazy. Like, they're running off the ball and losing players without even having the ball. Like double movements, you know what I mean? And I found out like there were internationals from Italy, Germany, France, like high level players, like superstars you put into YouTube now and everybody knows them. Anyway, I come back to Wales, found out Wales had a national team, was messaging the manager, no reply. I shot a training video within 10 minutes. You know, he's replying to me on Twitter, 2 questions. Are you Welsh? Do you play futsal? And the answer was, yeah. Do I play futsal? It was a lie. I didn't, but I was like, yeah, I play futsal. Went down to train with Cardiff. To be honest, it was very clear to everyone and myself that I was the best player there. So much so that they said to me, hey, come back next week. All of the best players are currently in the national team camp with Wales. So come back and we'll test you then. Came back, same thing again. All the best players are there. I'd never even played futsal in my life. I was the best player by far. So much so that, you know, on one of the nights out, the coach said to me, they're like, Rico, I swear to God, when you showed up, we just looked at each other and like, where the fuck has this kid come from?
Really?
They were mind blown. And even me to never play the sport and to just jump on there and being like a duck in water. Like, this game's me. I could literally be on courts with like, it sounds crazy, man, I know, with like Ronaldinho. And there was points within that game when I felt like I was running the whole show. 10 players on that court, I'm in charge. Like that sort of level of mastery.
And not to take anything away from the Welsh players,
Yeah.
but had anyone gone on to do anything?
Not only Wales, bro, but UK-wise, nobody.
Yeah.
Before me, there was no professional players. Even think about that when I'm growing up, when I'm training at 23 in the courts.
So what, you were the first?
I was the first professional player in history in Wales. Wow. Not only the first, but I'm still the only professional. Really? No one's ever played abroad. What?
So you had to go abroad to make money and get the contracts. Why in Wales then is it not happening?
They say the worst thing that ever happened to UK futsal was that FIFA became the governing body. It's always going to be sort of football's little brother. And obviously the rights, the sponsorships, the crowds, it's all directed towards football. And it's like, yeah, we're going to have futsal alive.
Elsewhere, though?
Because the governing bodies back it. The governing bodies within that sort of country. You know, the Welsh governing bodies that's representing FIFA, they don't care, man. Which makes no sense at all.
I take it you've tried. You've
tried, bro. I had 12 senior teams, 2 leagues, 4 academy teams for kids. And I'm taking my senior team to leagues in Bristol. We're not losing a game, we're winning every game. Same in the Welsh National League. We got to the finals just in our first year of playing. Some of these boys had only been playing futsal for 4 months, and we're playing against Welsh internationals. Think about that. But then the corruption within the sport in terms of they're directing it to these sort of Cardiff and Welsh teams in like Connah's Quay and all. It's like, integrity for me is everything. So like I can do this for the money and take you there and mop up with all these leagues and the kids' academies. But in terms of where do I take them from there? Like my senior teams, we've reached the roof and this is it. And they're looking around at me thinking, Rico, we've trained all this time for this. Like I had them to a level where they were semi-professional players. Maybe half of our squad could have just walked into the Welsh national team tomorrow. And there was a camp and not one of them got selected.
So it's still a thing. It's still a Welsh team.
It was, but it's not at the moment.
Oh, right, that's a shame.
They basically copy everything that England does. If England sort of pulls the plug, Wales do too. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
There's Euros going on at the moment, or soon, isn't it, for futsal?
Futsal, yeah, but again, there's no teams from us represented, man.
It shows the difference, because I was looking online at the Welsh team, and it's obviously got all the players listed. It's quite an old one, because it had you down as Orlando, but everyone else was like Cardiff Met or Cardiff Uni. There were no other teams, but then obviously Orlando. But obviously you've played all over the world. Am I right in saying some countries prefer futsal to football?
Yeah, when you go to Asia, bro, that's why in terms of my sort of online following, a lot of it is Asia. When I'm in Indonesia, I'm just as big as any footballer, if not bigger. Obviously, they all play futsal until like 13. There's a futsal court out every corner, just on the streets. Even in terms of futsal players, make more money off the court than footballers in terms of sponsorship deals. Imagine that. I was in Asia for 6 months, didn't even touch a ball. Just shooting adverts, commercials, mall billboards. It's crazy. I'm in Asia, I'll jump off a plane, everyone's going to know me.
I want to ask you about it.
It's crazy.
Because it's hard for us to imagine it.
Yeah, it was hard for Tess to imagine it.
Take nothing away from you, but you are just Rico from Pill in Newport. You're a friend, your family.
Yeah,
you're sat here, right? But the guys maybe in Indonesia, they would do anything to be sat here with you. And this is me guessing. I don't know what it's like over there for you.
Literally anything.
But I know that you have some very high-profile friends.
Yeah.
Royal family, I think.
Yeah, owners of my clubs, like
you were there not long ago. Were you there this year, or was it end of?
It was in August 2023.
Last year, and then you were even then you were being approached by brands for collaborations and sponsorship deals.
The owner of my club was Atta Halilinta.
Yeah.
The top 10.
How many subs on YouTube? You can tell us.
Hundreds of millions.
Crazy.
Like, so we need to advertise this video.
yeah.
That guy's got like crazy amount of.
What does he do then? What's his thing?
He was on the Forbes list of top 10 highest earning YouTubers globally. Wow. Yeah. He does like prank videos. He's a rapper. He's got a futsal club. He's got a football club. He's got a brand.
Is YouTube where he made his money, or is he's a business guy that went into? Okay.
YouTube, man. If you see his like earlier videos, I think like for 5-6 years he was pretty much no one, and then his videos just started to blow.
It's insane what the online, what an online presence can do for someone.
And the thing is, it's all in our hands. You don't need agents. You don't need managers anymore. I can't remember the last time I had an agent. I'll post a video online, let people know I'm a free agent, and the amount of DMs that I get to play abroad is crazy.
Even today?
Even today, I could go to America tomorrow. I could go
so what's stopping you doing that now then? Because have you lost the passion?
I wouldn't say I've lost the passion. I love futsal, man. It's not a day that don't go by where I'm not thinking about futsal, whether it's a new skill, whether it's a new sort of training regime. But again, heart alignment. Universe and God saying, hey, the healing hub is what you're here supposed to be doing right now. And a bit like last year, I could start meditating on, playing for the biggest club in Asia, and I'll make it happen in terms of manifestation. That's what happened. For 2 years, I was out of the game, didn't touch a ball. I started meditating on playing for this biggest club in Indonesia. I could see this guy at the Halilinta that was buying everyone. And again, he could have chose any player in the world. He's bought the best player in the world, Ricardinho, and you're only allowed 2 international players. The other international was me. And it happened on deadline day.
Oh, really? I remember the transfer going through on Instagram. Yeah. The tattoo. It's Rico. It's Rico. I can see his tattoo.
This guy started buying clubs, buying players. I had the audacity to message him and say, I'm going to play for you one day. Don't know when, but I'm going to play for you. Imagine that. Imagine that. You waking up, being one of the richest people sort of in Asia, and some young guy from Wales is telling me, you're going to play for me. I'm going to play for you, like. But when you start learning sort of the program and sort of how to shift and maneuver, our old saying of the world is yours is true.
So this whole thing with you now, is it this whole shift and maneuver and alignment and manifestation stuff? Is this new? Is this something that you've always believed in, or is this something that you just went, oh, maybe I have it, or I don't know what I'm interested in it personally myself. Yeah.
Like when I was younger, crazy stuff would happen. And I was always super aware in terms of like, yo, I've been sent here to do something great. I don't know what that is yet, but I just feel this energy and power within me that I just always felt like I could do whatever I desired to do just from young. I remember I would dress up on the weekends being like 13 years of age, put on my best outfit and walk the town on my own and feel like phenomenal.
Just $1 million.
At 13, on my own, not knowing where I'm going, but just walk the town, walk home and just feeling like in the highest vibration. Obviously, when I was that age, I didn't know any of this stuff was, but I just felt like I was channeling something divine, and yeah, crazy stuff would happen. Then I started reading, started listening to podcasts. This one book by an author named Osho. I think it's like Extraordinary Enlightenment for Ordinary Times. I feel like something that book done to me was plant seeds that, I'm still bringing to life now. And again, I feel like when you see this stuff, you can't unsee it because it's everywhere you go. Do you know what I mean? It's like I could be in the most randomest place. Feel like, man, remember that I come down to this show you done? Yeah. I got home, I got a message off you like, Rico, man, this guy that I met, I just know, like wherever I am in terms of the magnetism that I'm putting out, if there's a person or an experience or an opportunity within that space, I'm going to align to it.
On that, I just want to, I don't know if this will be on Spotify or any podcast or wherever it's going to be, but that story, I just let the people know what happens. We had an opening night for this place here 2 years ago, and I don't know, a year and a half ago, whenever it was. And Pete is his name. He's like, I don't know, handyman, do you know what I mean? Can do anything. You do your gas, your electric, your wood. But very spiritual guy, yeah? And you'd never met him before.
Never.
And the very next, so he was at the opening event, you were at the opening event. You were here before him, so you were already in the arcade.
Yeah. And
Pete's turned the corner and seen you and took a liking to you. But he said to me the very next day, he said, who was the guy in the white, like, I can't remember what you were wearing, like white Mac or whatever it was. And I went, it's like my mate Rico, man, he's family now. He's, he's in. And he said, oh my God, before I even turned, this is what he said to me, before I even turned into the arcade, I could feel his energy.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Yeah. But I had to tell you straight away, but you were just like, I can imagine you just even glowing, going, yeah, of course he felt me. Like, of course he felt my energy.
I've had tell me, even in terms of like people into sort of being in energy with, they say like most people have guardian angels alongside them, but like I've got giants just overlooking me. And that's how I always felt growing up. I can't explain it, but
I feel like it's a whole nother podcast maybe. This is what I'm saying. This is before we came in. I'm like, Rico, 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
But there's so much to cover, which I'm hoping we will do it in that time. I'm not checking the time, by the way. I sort of am, but I'm not.
I don't even know when we started.
So but anyway, so we've covered the now, yeah? There's the Healing Hub. Futsal, we may come back to it, we may not. You don't even know yourself yet. It's whatever happened. Yeah.
I don't close any
Whilst we're on the now, I want to mention music.
Yeah.
So I've noticed a few things pop up. I know there's one new 1111 on your channel.
1111 was the
also
first
follow Starved on Instagram, and he's been putting up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, Starved's my brother, man.
So, yeah, I love Stars. Yeah. He rings me out of the blue now and again. Need help with my lens. Need help with something.
The maddest thing is, I shot his first music freestyle.
No way.
Yeah, not many people know that. There was the time that I had some funding from Unlimited, like 10 grand. I built a music studio in Newport YMCA. I bought a load of cameras and I shot like 40 videos for people in and around sort of Wales for free. Stabs was one of them. Blue Magic was one of them. Alicia Scott was one of them. Wow. Lokes was one of them. Wow.
So they all came from Cardiff to film with you, or did you go to them?
Trains came down, was filming with me outside the riverfront, man. And they were
the good old days. Well, they're the good old days.
I feel like Newport right then was going off.
Man, Newport was such a hive of activity, but musically, like there was TJ's.
Yeah. I feel like Newport was the capital city of Wales at that time. People would come from Cardiff, Swansea to come to Newport. Yeah.
It was like the motherland of
unreal.
Of urban music, especially. Yeah. Crazy. But you were okay. Topic of music. You, I think, the first Welsh person on SBTV.
The second, man.
Second. Who was
I gotta give credit to Alro.
Oh, was it?
Alvaro,
I
yeah.
thought you were way before Alvaro.
Nah, Alvaro was on SPTV first.
Yeah, okay.
And then I linked up with Jamal in London and shot, and I was the second person on there. I shot 2 actually.
Oh, I take that back then, but still very good accolade to have under your belt because Alva was a hard one to top anyway.
Oh, man, this guy, I give credit to him. He sort of threw a spanner in the works. Then he come from a different dimension with the stuff that he was putting out there in sort of, comedy.
Random.
Yeah.
How did the Jamal thing come about? Did you arrange that or?
One of my beats was made by Teaser. He's a producer in London, produced for the likes of Wiley, some heavyweights, Gets, people in the scene like D Double. And he said, like, this stuff you're creating, bro, we gotta get a scene. So he was good friends with Jamal. He let Jamal know that, hey, there's this guy from Wales, he's crazy. Anyway, gets a message from Jamal. Rico, you wanna come and do a SBTV up in London? I drove to London with my friend, Il, and we shot a video just on the roadside. And then I shot a music video and I went on there also. But a lot of people don't know my music video almost never went on there.
How come?
Because the stuff that I was putting on there in terms of raising awareness to sort of, what's happening in the world in terms of corruption. And Jamal was in a space of like, bro, I can't put this online. Like, the stuff that you're saying, I can get in big trouble. And the teaser's like, bro, this ain't even a debate. This stuff's going up. Do you know what I mean? And, fair play to Jamal. He took the raps and he put it up. But even now, I had a meeting with Captain the other day, Captain Barrett.
Yeah.
And he's saying that he still references that song now in terms of the stuff that I was saying then is still relevant now.
How long ago was it?
10, 12 years, bro.
Yeah.
Any backlash for it going out?
No backlash, but the video was pretty much unlisted, man. Unless you search for it, like...
Oh, really? Yeah,
So we can go on and watch it now.
You can go on and watch it, man, if you know the name.
Deep dive, though.
Yeah, it's like, they unlisted it. It was around about the time Young'un dropped his SPTV, the rapper Young'un.
Yeah.
I came next. So I was on the come up with all those guys. But at that time, I also had my clothing brand, like Snub and Love Live. And I had people like Samson, rest in peace, man. Black the Ripper, all wearing my clothing. There's photos that I got with Black the Ripper and Charlie Slough. And Black the Ripper's got my jumper on. It's like, the stuff that I was putting out, those guys, they respected it.
And I'll come back to the clothing stuff in a minute because there's there's so much to talk about in regards to that. Your music, though.
Yeah.
So if we were to listen to your music from 10 years ago and your music today, there's still a message.
Yeah.
But it's very, very different in respect of maybe genre or sound.
Yeah.
What's changed and why?
I would say like then I was very much into sort of all hip hop. Now, I had a sort of artist review the other day, and the music editor writ a genre bending artist, and I feel like it doesn't matter what genre I'm on, whether it's going to be hip hop, garage, dance. I'm saying the same thing, but just in a different light. And I feel like now I'm just packaged here in a way that's accessible to everyone. Like then I was just sort of the wisdom codes that I was putting in the music was heavy and deep, and it didn't matter to me if people didn't understand it or not at that time. Now I'm putting away like everyone can understand it. Like I honestly believe you put me in a room with any of these London rappers or worldwide rappers, and they're all gonna relate to it.
There's a few that watch.
Yeah,
I see the posts.
D Double and all, these guys are following me and respecting me. Obviously, a lot of these guys in the London scene, they know I'm around. I mean,
okay. So clothing.
Yeah.
This is another thing. I always feel like rappers, whether you were that or not, they always come with merch or a clothing label.
Yeah.
Was that what the alignment was then, or did the clothing come first? How did it happen?
It came first, to be honest. Yeah, I started sort of. A good friend of mine, Zach, he taught me how to sort of do heat pressing and vinyls. So I'm like, yo. It was around about this time, bro. I almost went a bit crazy, to be honest. My mum was like, yo, I'm going to check you into rehab, in terms of like St. Canucks. Because again, this energetic charge that I was feeling in me from young, like, yo, the planet's corrupt. What are they doing to us? Illuminati, And so much so my mum and I was crying, like, Rico, you need to chill out. What are you doing? Relax, like. And then, again, this voice in my head just said, love, live. And this is what that logo was about. So much so I was like, okay, so the best way that I can sort of help and change the world is through my love of my life. and like it's been that ever since. And I feel like that's what I'm here to do. And I started printing on clothing to get it out there. I started promoting that message through Futsal to get it out there. I'm doing that now in the wellness scene. And again, that's what's coming through in the music too.
So you've mentioned Snub. I said you mentioned Snub. What was
Yeah.
Snub?
I had a brand with my good friend Levi. If any of you guys don't know Levi, man, check out his beats on Spotify and stuff. He was signed to a label called Soul Action, Pyramid Plaza. Some people know him as Soul Life. Some people know him as. But yeah, we started the brand together.
And this was before Love Live.
This was after. Yeah, this was after Love Live.
Okay.
But then I shot off with the Futsal. The Futsal sort of blew up, and we put that to bed, man.
And what? So, and the word snub, was it like?
It was like
Was it like a snub to?
Exactly.
I don't know, to the whether the higher ups. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that what it was? Yeah.
That was what it was, man. In terms of like, yeah, this is the way we're sort of coming through. In terms of like, fuck what you're doing, Joe. I mean, this is it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Will it come back ever?
Nah, that one for me it's not in alignment to where I am now. Do you know what I mean? I'm not here to like snub anyone. I'm here to love everyone.
Yeah, I like that.
Do you know what I mean?
Fair. I like it.
From a new one.
Yeah.
Listen, I've got I'm looking around for whiteboards that I can't see right now.
Yeah.
But I've put together, maybe if we're at a halfway point-ish, a little quiz. So it's you v Liam, yeah?
Beautiful.
And then maybe the next one, but I'm never want to be them. I want to give them. I'm a quiz master. Do you know what I mean? I don't like getting stuff wrong. I'm going to kick it straight off with a futsal question. Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
I don't think you'll know the answer.
What?
Well, you should because you're the futsal king.
Should say this quiz is bigger than futsal.
So listen. The first question: what is the biggest win in futsal? The biggest win. Quizmaster's discretion.
Yeah.
There's numbers as well. If you can give me the team and a number,
okay.
I'm gonna just decide how
So
many
just
points
out
I
of
give out.
curiosity, nothing to do with this quiz. Can I just ask Rico a quick question?
You can, yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of futsal, how long is a game? And is it like quarters, halves?
It's 40 minutes. Each half is 20 minutes stop clock.
So they play for 40 minutes.
Yeah, 40 minutes in total, but a game could stretch to 60 minutes basically every time the ball goes out.
Okay.
I mean,
Just trying to work out how many goals can be scored.
You've got your answer?
I've got my answer, man.
Oh. I have to rush you, Liam, because I haven't got much film left in the camera.
Okay.
Right, I can see Liam's answer. If you want to hold up your answers, 62-0. Brazil 30 plus.
62-0, what
Can't
the?
take 30 plus as an answer. Although it is, I'm going to give you a point each on that one because it was Brazil.
See?
The score was 72-0.
It was 10 off.
So it's like a goal every minute or something. I don't know.
Well, that was the principle I was going, but then I thought the time to kick back off and whatever.
No, was it 40 minutes?
Yeah.
Well, it's like a goal every, 2 goals every other.
Literally shooting.
I'll take a point against Rico.
So I'm
on the
gonna.
futsal question, to be honest.
All right, Liam won. That's a draw, all right?
Do you know who they played against?
Yeah, I do.
Was it Newport YMCA? Yeah.
Nah, Newport YMCA would have beat him. There was a team called Timor-Leste.
Oh, yeah. Timor-Leste.
Yeah, okay.
Damn, God bless them.
So, second question, also a futsal question.
Great. Let's keep it
I
going.
expect you both to get the answer. There's 2 parts to it. I want the name and the time. Yeah?
Okay.
Who holds the record for the fastest goal in futsal?
As a none, surely.
And you expect me to know that?
Of course, man.
Right, okay.
Of course.
A name.
I need a name and I need a time. Who scored the fastest goal in futsal? Now, I've had to go through numerous sources and web pages and blogs and YouTube stuff.
Okay, whatever you say, yeah.
I've got 2 answers.
I'm going to give you video evidence and I'm going to give you the right guy.
Yeah, that's okay. Right, if you want to go first,
Yeah.
Rico.
I'm going to say myself in 3 seconds.
You've gone yourself in 3 seconds.
Uh-huh.
Liam?
I've also gone for you, but I think it was 9 because I think your clock was a little bit off.
All right, well, listen, it's a point each.
Yeah.
Because you did get the person right. It was you.
Yeah. How many seconds was it?
2 seconds.
Oh my God, that's it. Yeah.
However, on Wikipedia, it says somebody else 3 seconds. Solomon Islands player.
Is it?
Yeah.
No way.
But at 3 seconds.
I beat him. Man.
Yeah, no, I know, because there's numerous YouTube videos. Well, there is, but there's a few on there where he's second and you're first with in video evidence, you know. So,
okay.
Yeah, point each, but I can't believe you didn't get your own time right. That's okay though. All right, music-related question: Who sold more albums, Tupac or Biggie? And if you can give me numbers, there's more points involved here.
No
Can we do the closest million?
Of course, man. Closest million, yeah. You may as well put a number. He's put a number down, so you may as well put a number down, and I'll give it to the closest winner, closest guess.
I have no idea. I'm just going
albums, yeah.
Album sales.
I'm just going for who I would prefer.
Let's go.
Show us your answers, boys. You've gone Tupac 700 million. You've gone Tupac 10 million. What did you say? 100 million. 700. Oh, you're way off. Yeah, 75 million. Liam, you're taking it.
So
Liam,
Tupac's right, yeah?
It was Tupac, yeah. Right, bit closer to home.
Yeah.
I expect no one to get this whatsoever.
Okay.
But we are Newport born and bred.
Facts.
Newport City is what we represent.
Yeah.
We used to be Newport Town. When did we become a city?
Points for the year.
When did Newport become a city?
I got a number in my head, so I'm just going to run with it.
Was this when the number changed to 01633? Or was that?
I don't know. Why would you know that anyway?
I was going to say, what was the number for?
I don't know. Right, in what year did Newport become a city? I'm going to have to rush you, Liam. You've got your answer. 2013. Man, Liam's won out, man. 2002 it was.
Was it?
Sorry, Rico.
Fair play.
This is what I expect Rico to get now.
Okay.
Bob Marley related question. Bob Marley's father. Where was he born? And what was his name? Bob Marley's father.
Country?
There is an actual conspiracy that this man was Welsh, you know. Bob Marley's father was Welsh. This is a conspiracy.
Well, maybe you want to write it down, and I don't know. If your conspiracy.
His name. I'll tell you something. I know he was a stonemason. Because there's a song the Bob Marley guys called "The stone that the builder refused shall always be the head cornerstone." And basically, his father was refusing him as a son.
Well, Liam's got a name down as well, yeah?
Has he?
He's got a name.
Pick up Liam, man.
I tell you it's wrong, but he got a name anyway. But,
Wait a minute.
So this gives you a chance now to put a name down. Now, no names?
No.
Have you both gone for Wales?
I've gone for Wales.
All right, well, he was born in England.
Was he?
Sussex.
Wow.
Yeah?
You've told me this before.
And his name was Norval Marley.
I've heard it before, but I was never going to remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. An English
I remember that. I can see the photo of him on a horse.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only photograph evidence of him, apparently.
Yeah.
All right. We've just had Glastonbury.
Yes, we
Yeah, beautiful festival.
Yep.
I need from
We'll
you.
play it one day. Keep that in the video.
Yes, yeah, you will do that. The largest Glastonbury crowd. Closest number wins. And if you can give me the band, man, you've won. You've completed it.
I can never get this.
The largest.
It's a band, is it?
Well, it's a band, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more than one person in that
So it's not Jay-Z.
band.
No, it wasn't. That's what I thought, Lee.
Did you?
Yeah, I thought it was
Jay-Z at Glasgow, yeah, huge.
I'm sure I read something about these guys, and it was like the 5th time they played there or something.
Man, well, don't give anything away because he's
I got to grasp the.
really needs points here as well.
I know I'm slacking, man.
So the number, the biggest crowd, how many does it hold?
No.
But I will tell you something. I don't know how many it holds officially.
Yeah.
But it's way more than the official capacity because this particular band edged people to just break in. Right? They just edged people to just jump the fence and break in, right? So it's a lot of crowd. 100,000 the Beatles.
Oh.
750,000 Coldplay. Man, what did you say? How many? 100,000. Right, on the numbers you are closest, right? It was 300,000.
Wow.
Well, can you imagine? The band was the Levelers. I don't know who they are, man. The Levelers. I don't know. I think they're like a folk band or something.
The level
Which is surprising because I don't know if the Beatles ever played Glastonbury. Did they? Maybe. I would have thought so.
They set the levels, the levelers.
Levelers set the levels. Yeah, they
Nobody
did.
since the levelers has been able to top.
Nah.
I mean, it's like 8 dead. Everyone should know that fact, didn't it?
That's insane. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a
But
mad crowd.
what a crowd! 300.
Although I'm thinking, if I was back in the day before security was like it is now,
Yeah,
you
maybe.
probably couldn't get in.
Still jumping fences though. We were talking before we started recording about do we get nervous in front of people?
Yeah.
Crowds, public speaking. 300,000 people. Right, so I'm giving that one to Rico.
That's fair.
I'm gonna give you 2 points, so it just takes us even, right?
Yeah, like
last goal, like the last goal wins. It's one of those ones, yeah. This is a bit of a drawn-out question, yeah. I have a lot of answers to it. So, how many clubs have never been relegated from the Premier League?
Wait. Could I say Newport County? Because they've never been in the Premier League, but they've never been relegated.
Ridiculous. No. They're in the Premier League and they've never been relegated.
Shit, man, that's a mad question.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
I wouldn't say it's a lot.
yeah. You wouldn't say it was a lot. You can go for it. You can pick a number and then put your teams or team next to it.
Nah, you're just giving away, my guy.
No, I haven't. No. I'm
did
thinking.
you?
I'll give you one of them if you want, because obviously Liverpool are one of them because they never ever been relegated from the Premier League.
Well, I never knew.
So
Wow.
how long was it? One Premier League start? 2000, 99, 2000.
Is it?
24 years.
I thought you were asking teams who
How
have
many
never
teams
been
are in the
relegated from
Prem,
the
bro?
top
Is it
5.
all?
Nah, in the Prem, how many? 28? No, 20 teams. 20 teams.
Yeah.
28. Where'd I get that from? Imagine that, 56 games a season.
So wait there. Since the Premier League
Yeah,
started,
they have. There's a clubs that have. How many have never been relegated from the Premier League?
How many teams got relegated in season 2?
3.
3.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah, but some come up and go straight back down, don't they?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You got 5. You haven't named any. That's okay.
No, I was going for a number, man.
How many have you gone for, Lee?
Guess, man.
It's a difficult one, yeah. I thought about it. It's a difficult. I don't know.
I was going to say 2.
Yeah.
Before you said that. Before they said there was 20 in it.
Just trying to think of all the teams. I'm going to say 8.
You're going for 8, yeah?
Statistically, 3 teams a season.
Yeah, but
Big
there's
number, man. There's only 20 teams. You're saying like half.
right. The correct number is 6. 6 teams have never
Come on, guys.
been relegated.
Are they 5 of them? Because I listed 5.
I will list them. Arsenal have never been relegated.
That's
the
not
ones I
close to one,
forgot.
man, by the way.
Chelsea haven't.
1.
Surprisingly, Everton haven't. Spurs,
No.
Liverpool, Man United.
Man City, yeah. Oh, okay.
They must have. They must have.
I thought they've been rich since pretty much. I don't know. Yeah, fair play.
Anyway, I've completely forgot what the scores are. I'm going to announce Rico as our winner, ladies and gentlemen, because he's the guest. And it's only fair.
We both won.
Check on the floor, it's all right.
We both won. We're all winners.
Yeah,
24/7
we're all
won.
winners. Oh no, I do need
That was
this.
a good little quick fire stuff.
Oh, but yeah, it got me
I
thinking.
like that part of the podcast.
I'll tell you now, whilst we're here, and we've already mentioned him,
Yeah.
Elrose, our next guest.
No way.
Is there a question you'd like to ask him?
Pick up Alro.
Were we meant to say that or not?
Yeah.
Well, it's done now anyway.
Is it a question? I like that part. That's what they do on the Diary CEO and for the next guest.
No, it was a totally unique idea. We've not copied anything.
I just made this up. Spot on,
that.
like, yeah.
Is there a question I would like to ask Alro? Ask him, what would he say is something that he regrets in his music career?
Oh, that's a very good question.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'd love
I
to
thought
know
there'd be a
the
good
answer.
answer as well to it,
Yeah.
because,
I'd love to know
not going off topic slightly from you,
that. Yeah.
but Elra was on this path to like
Direction, man.
absolute great. And I'm not saying he didn't get there,
Yeah.
but I remember interviewing him on radio, and there were talks of like these big American artists and labels looking at him. Do you know what I mean? But it never.
The whole Mike Skinner thing.
Yeah.
I was hearing.
When he came down, Mike Skinner to Chepstow,
I would love to know.
Man, he smashed it at Glastonbury, Mike Skinner, this year. I don't know if you've seen it.
I didn't see it, but Mike Skinner, again,
man,
in another realm.
Legend.
The stuff that he was bringing out when it was all that.
Insane. He had his like another completely different path, you know. But he was weirdly in this garage, grimy scene, but he wasn't that.
Yeah.
But he was just in it and just plodding along.
Unapologetically.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I would say that. Yeah. Exactly that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's hard to be that authentic in a time and space where everyone else is doing that. If you can just be over here and just, I'm just gonna do me. Props, man.
Where do you stand with all that? Because it's very difficult to stand out now. And I was thinking to myself, let's go MC Vapor. Remember MC Vapor? He had these viral garage tracks before viral was a thing. Even like DJ like MC Neat. I just feel like if social media was then, they'd be billionaires. They had the most catchy tunes in the world.
What you said in terms of, I feel like it's hard to stand it now.
How do you do it now?
I feel like it's never been more easier, bro.
Well, this is the argument.
In sort of a realm where everyone else is trying to say like that or do that or be that. If you're in your authenticity, it's the easiest thing. It's like people say, oh, when you're on stage, hey, don't get nervous. It's so easy for me to make music based on I'm living what I'm saying. You know, a lot of these people, in terms of the rap scene, they're all saying about this, oh, they killed this guy, they strapped that, they got shanks. Have you really, bro? Do you know what I mean? And it's like, everyone else is saying that. That's the topic of discussion. Like, how many drugs I sold, how many times I've been in prison, how many boys, freedom and them. Do you know what I mean? So when you're talking about stuff that's sort of world progression and self-progression and living optimal or raising your vibration, it's fucking easy, bro. No one else is talking about it. Yet, that's what all this is based upon, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, if your vibration ain't right, it don't matter how much money you got. Do you know what I mean? So for me, it's like, it's never been more easy to stand out. I just know, even if only 10 people listen to my stuff right now, it's just a matter of time before they go boom. It's just a matter of time. And I'm keep plugging away. I'm going to keep releasing on my own time. Not when the world wants me to. Not when I feel like, oh yeah, I need to. If I wake up then, I feel like, yeah, today's the day. I'm dropping, man. In my own time. There's
a saying, something like, the world's most famous rapper was once the most popular local rapper. And I get you with the futsal, you know, kicking the pole against the wall in Pill to the global stage.
Have you somebody who was once a nobody?
I got videos of Ed Sheeran busking.
Yeah, man. There's no bigger than that. Yeah.
You just never know when. So my biggest thing in my mind is stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I'm always ready. Wherever I go, put me in a room tomorrow, put me in a studio tomorrow, put me on a court tomorrow, put me in a wellness space tomorrow for a seminar. I'm ready.
So what's your advice then to someone? I feel like you're in a place where you can give it.
Oh, man. That's
I don't know, maybe someone that suffers with a bit of imposter syndrome, or they don't feel like it's their time, or they don't feel like they're good enough. You know, how does someone get over that? Because I feel like you would be the person to be able to say, just get up and fucking do it. Do you know what I mean? But not in those words, you know, like how does someone do it?
100%. The first thing I would say is exit the program. Change your state, change the program, change what you're telling yourself. And the way to do that is step number 1, self-hypnosis. So that's guided meditations, podcasts. When you're sleeping, put on a program on YouTube of something that you desire to do, whether that's self-help, business mastery, optimal living, training. Literally fall asleep to that playing. Because what people don't know and what they're never going to tell us is when you're sleeping is when the brain is most alive and most awake. I've been doing that. I've been waking up to those podcasts. I've been sleeping to guided meditations. So for me, the program that I'm running on, it's unlimited, man. Like limited beliefs are unlimited beliefs. I can do everything and anything at the drop of a hat. That's the program that I've wired myself to believe.
But do you feel like anyone can do it?
If I could
You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you
look
know.
at my life and where I come from and the upbringing that I had, anyone can do it. And even if, not even just my life, you look at these business moguls, these unicorns with billion-dollar, trillion-dollar businesses, if you look at their lives on Wikipedia, fuck, they had it tougher than you. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So whatever little story you're telling yourself in terms of, oh, I can't do this because of that, you're lying, bro.
Well, there are billionaires that can't read and write, which is, I find crazy.
One game away from being in the NFL to have $1 million contracts at 17 to in that game snapping your arm. Yet you become this sort of inspirational speaker from snapping your arm and you're making $1 million every show. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the reality, bro. Yeah. How bad do you want it?
Well, this is it. I mean, it could have gone very different for you.
A constant reminder every time I come to Newport. Yeah. Every time I go to my mum's house. Do you know what I'm saying? Of what it could be. But again, that same excuse that I could have used was my biggest inspiration. Yeah. I used to come home from international games or playing with Ronaldinho in Dubai on the highest stage, dropping my suitcase off in my mum's house, taking a walk through Pell.
And you'd love doing that. Yeah.
I love being amongst it. Do you know what I'm saying? But even like these rich kids, it's like that's the life we got growing up, the hard times. They pay everything they got to get it. They want a fucking tough day. Do you know what I'm saying? Hence why they're taking these drugs, getting addicted, or why they're in abusive relationships, for example. They've had it so good, they want it bad. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's crazy out here, man. The world's got us wanting what we ain't got. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? You live in the Western world, people's paying money to go on somewhere to get black. You live in Asia, every lotion in the malls got bleach and whitening in it, so you get white. This is the way the world's got it, man. Wild, bro.
Social media influence,
100%, million percent. Do you know what I'm saying? In Indonesia, they want to be white. If you're black, they think you're poor, you've been outdoors. They're walking around in some umbrellas, man. Really? Imagine that. Man. Getting their skin white is the goal. So sad. It's crazy. And then you got people over here sunbathing and up. They're so black. Yeah. I've seen it all, bro. Yeah.
Well, this is the thing with you, because, like we mentioned earlier, 30 plus countries, I expect. Every culture, difference. Yeah. You know, from the people to the food to the cars they drive to the times they work and wake up and go to sleep and what their weekends are like is very, very different. In the same week,
I can be walking through Pell as being in the Ritz-Carlton penthouse suite with the kings of countries.
Well, I wanted to ask you this because you just mentioned Pell. Yeah. For those that know Pell, and for those that don't, it's been labelled as commercial street, one of the roughest streets, if not in UK at one time, definitely Wales. Yeah. With everything that goes on down there. But you've gone from there to like what? Just hanging around with. Give me a story. Do you know what I mean? Like these the royalties and the weddings and the.
I'll give you a story, man. So bearing in mind, in Malaysia, the owner of my club is the Princes and Kings. Like the prince, he's got a futsal club. The other prince, his brother's got a football club. So I'm getting chauffeured around everywhere I go. Whatever I desire, I tell him, can I get a bike? There's a bike on my door within the hour. I mean, brand new. Really? Just whatever I wanted. Oh, I'd be in one city. I want to go Kuala Lumpur. Boom. Private driver driving me 2 hours to the capital city. We'd come from Kuantan, Kuala Lumpur to a 30-car convoy. And bearing in mind, the whole motorway is trafficked. But we got police at the front, police on the side, police at the back. And we just, like Moses parting the water. Picture that on the motorway. Yeah. That's what we got. Whatever I desire to go.
So when you're doing these deals in Indonesia, you're doing the adverts and the billboards, and you're doing there was a trainer or sneaker, whatever they call it there, collaboration. Yeah. I don't want figures, but I want figures. Yeah. Like, give me a ballpark. What are we talking? So if you can give us an example or a comparison, you in Indonesia. Or someone of your stature, and you're telling me you get off the plane and there's people waiting for you. Yeah. Are we talking like what? Like I don't know. In
terms of what I get,
like a footballer. Like are you
So picture this, right?
You could go over there and do a Big Brother episode. You'd be a celebrity over there. Is that what we're
100%.
saying? Yeah? Yeah, okay.
So picture this. When I was living in Asia, every week we go and play celebrity football. Okay. Meaning like the highest artists, the highest creators, the highest influencers, the biggest singers, the biggest celebs in the country would all meet and play football. Yeah, okay. Like movie stars from like Ong Bak, you know, the guy who's the main guy in this Indonesian. Yeah. We would finish the game, bro. And I would feel like shy because all the supporters and spectators would run to have photos with me. Really? Over these celebs with like 30, 40, hundreds of millions of followers. Wow. They'd want the photo of me.
It's very different over there, isn't it? I was watching I think it was Joe Rogan podcast, and someone said it might have been an Indian cricket player. Yeah. And they were just like, you'll never guess, man. Like these, it might have been a Pakistani cricket player. And they were comparing him to LeBron. Yeah. And he had double or treble the amount of followers on Instagram than LeBron. But we can't believe it because LeBron's LeBron. Yeah. Yeah, it's massive.
Indonesia, Jakarta, it's millions. The population just in a city. Yeah. Never mind the country. Yeah. People forget that, innit? So that's...
As a comparison again, then, you're saying, oh, yeah, I was in a couple of adverts and this, and we thought what BBC levels, but over there, or
bigger than BBC. Bigger. Like, have you ever heard of Shopee? No, I haven't. Like Shopee, bro. It's like if I'm in my apartment and I want anything, think of the most randomest item. Okay. I can get it to my door within an hour. Oh, okay. You know, like Uber Eats over here.
But for anything.
Anything.
It's like Amazon.
Anything,
like
Amazon,
clothes, food,
Amazon
shoes.
on steroids. Okay. Clothes, food, shoes, cleaner, massage, whatever.
Oh no, this is me being a Westerner now, just thinking Amazon is everywhere. You know, Amazon is the biggest.
That's it. It's that sort of level, but on steroids, man. Like imagine if you can go on Amazon and order a masseuse.
Oh really?
It's crazy.
They're just gonna knock your door and go on. Have the massage table ready.
Exactly.
Special section for happy endings.
Yeah, all of that, man.
Yeah, go on.
If you've got it that good, like that much, sort of that level of fame and, you know, anything you want kind of thing, why leave? Like, why not just stay there forever? Because that's almost like living the lottery, isn't it? Winning the lottery.
Yeah. COVID happened. And the true answer is this. Tess, she can't live that way of life in terms of she's used to a standard of living. Yeah. Like, she lived in Dubai for 10 years and she's a teacher in the sort of the Sheikh school. Like Saddam Hussein's nephews, they come through her school. Like you can't get in this school unless you're royal family. So in terms of like, you can imagine her lunch is just in the school. When we met, she had the apartment on the 30th floor right next to the Versace hotel. Yeah. Imagine that, like the way that she was living. For me, to take her to Asia and you're going through these little shanties and huts next to these $1 million malls, she ain't used to like being in your bedroom and seeing a lizard come across the wall. Yeah. That ain't Tess, man. She's very like high level, best of the best. I ain't settling for anything else. To be honest, bro, when we met, like my sort of standards in terms of what I thought was the best ever just got like quadrupled. And that's one of the reasons why I love her. Like I'll have this golden dream and she's like, nah, scrap that. This is what it is. I'm like, I'll just look at her sometimes and be like, reasons why I love you, do you know what I mean?
Well, I've
just shows how perfect you two are together then. For obviously, you to be you and then her to almost top that. Yeah. Combined.
Literally.
It's literally.
Like how was she even available? That's what I'm asking, Mike. I remember the first day I met her, I walked through the airport, the sort of the sliding doors of the arrivals come through, and I just remember looking at her and thinking, I'll never forget her, like, oh my God, yes, I am a king. Just like, if I manifested this, I could do anything. Yeah, it was mad, bro.
Oh, she's great, Tessa. Yeah. I can imagine it though being I can imagine you having the ideas. Yeah. Presenting them to Tessa. This, I imagine it happening. Tessa got an idea and she just going, no, Rico.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or she's going.
She's like, shut up, man.
Yeah.
On what you've said today, it seems like you have an idea to start the ball rolling. She takes the idea, improves it, or throws it away and comes with a better one.
Facts.
But combined, obviously you're starting the ball rolling here, keeping it rolling and improving it. Yeah, is obviously where you're at today.
People call me Mr. Make It Happen. To be honest, she's Mrs. Make It Happen. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That's the truth. She makes it happen.
I did mention it to you. I would love to get you and Tessa on. I know
this is the hardest thing for me, bro.
Ever would.
People look at the healing her page and they're like, why is Tess never in the video speaking? She doesn't like to have that limelight.
It would be difficult.
She's happy to be in the back.
Yeah.
And just, hey Rico, you say that. You be front of face. The credit thing she doesn't need, man.
Well, I've been there, and even down to the USB light socket is incredible. That's mad thing for me to say, but you notice it.
A level of detail. Like you walk into the healing hub, I cannot, and I honestly mean I cannot take credit for how it looks visually. Like her level of eye, even in terms of the personal therapy massage chairs. She saw them in this expensive magazine in like LA, and she's like, I'm not gonna buy, I'm gonna make it. And she got it made. Like people don't know that her background is in fashion and design. That's her degree.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it was you or Tess that posted. I think you were in Bristol.
Yeah.
Maybe looking at a new place.
Yeah, we was doing some scanning in Clifton.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but again, Tess is like, we can do this tomorrow in terms of monetary gain and leveling up. But I don't see my life in Bristol.
Okay.
She's like, I want to be by the sea. Not I want to be, I'm going to be by the sea, in the sun, raising children. And it's like, do you know what I mean? How can I argue with that?
Barry's nice.
Yeah, that might be a place on Barry.
Before we move on, obviously I've not been there. What am I missing out about these USBs? Because you've sold them to me now. So.
Well, no, I made that up. I don't know if you have something like fit-ins. And
It's like
everything like that. No. Well, there is loads of special things. I love the brain tap, and it's weird. So I'm a big believer in. I don't believe in anything.
Yeah.
But I believe in everything.
Yeah, I get it.
If that even makes sense, right?
I
can't buy into like religion as such.
Yeah.
But I don't have to. That's just me. But I don't know what I believe in. But I believe in this. There has to be something, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's crazy and it's nothing.
Like who built the pyramids, bro? It is.
Well, it is that. But and then I'm gonna. What was it? Maybe 2 years. How long's the hub been there now?
2.5 years.
Yeah. So. Maybe I was late coming into it, but I remember a good friend of mine, Scammer, drum and bass MC.
Manifestation coach?
Yeah, he's very good at it.
Yeah.
And you'd agree with him. Yeah, I think he said to me, he wanted to offer me a course or something. I said, that's not for me, man.
Yeah.
I don't meditate. I don't carry crystals.
Yeah.
I don't know if what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because I just get on with my life. Do you know what I mean?
Facts.
Like a lot of people do, yeah?
Yeah.
Very average guy, me. And he said, right, do you want to be a millionaire? I said, of course, man. Who doesn't want to be a millionaire?
Yeah.
He said, well, I'm offering you something for free. And you can't accept it.
Yeah.
So how are you ever going to accept £1 million?
Facts.
And I went, yeah, and sign me up. Right? And that was it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't meditate. Didn't know what to do. I never did it before.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe weeks later, I was like, right, okay, so, right, no fizzy pop, no sex, no, and I was
on a cleanse.
Yeah, complete detox from everything. Not everything's bad.
Of this program.
Stuff.
Yeah.
And I was in it.
Yeah.
And that's when I said to Claudia, I want to go and test this brain tap thing, man. It looks mental.
Yeah.
It looks mental. Like, you'll look at it and laugh. I'm telling you, I
just to describe it, it looks like Beats by Dre headphones, and then a visor flips down, and it shoots lights into your retinas and your ear canals direct to your brain, and it tricks your brain into thinking that you're in that deep form of meditation. So what should take you literally years to do, it's instant, bro. It puts people to sleep. Like, people's coming out of there, like, touching the walls, like, I just seen eagles, where am I? Like another realm, bro. I can't explain it.
It looks ridiculous.
But even the guy who designed this, bro, he's winning awards in neuroscience for the work that he's doing. Like, we're way ahead of we're the first people in the country to have it.
But if I could ever recommend, what am I missing about the USBs? Forget the USBs. If you
hit the brain tap, man.
That brain tap, oh my God. It's as if you're in a tunnel almost. And when I was in it, because the lights going
yeah.
It's as if you're going through a tunnel like 1,000 miles an hour, and there's lights. Do you know what I mean? And you're just going.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But then with that, you've got two voices. You've got one voice in each ear.
Yeah.
So you're trying to concentrate, but you can't concentrate. But
it's dual voice,
it's all
man.
Going in.
Yeah.
And you come out of it, and you're just like, man, am I walking? Am I floating? What am I doing? It's insane.
And I'm talking programs on everything, bro. Like PTSD, life manifestation, optimal health, like breath work, oxygenizing the body. And bro, imagine me, I'm discovering this during COVID when the rest of the world's going that way, and I'm going that way. That was the intent of opening the hub. Like, this can be taught, this can be shared. Everyone in this country needs to feel this way. I had this like urge to get people living up to my man and remind them that happiness and joy is our natural state and stress is man-made. It's a lie. And it's the biggest killer alive, and everyone's quiet about it. Nobody's telling anyone that they're stressed. They're just walking around in these states of stress thinking it's normal, but it ain't.
Before we end it,
yeah,
because I don't know, I don't know what time we started, but we can't stick here forever, can we?
No, part two,
it's been
man.
amazing. Part two.
Yeah.
We could go on forever.
Yeah, no.
However, we can't. Let's end it again with, you know, this healing hub that we have here in Wales.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. Mm-hmm. And I'm interested personally myself. You do running clubs, you do sound therapies, but you've done something recently which is like just for men.
Yeah, men.
Just for the males. So
called the Limitless program.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about that. Why we should go or why we shouldn't go, and who's it for?
I feel like you know, when you look at sort of social groups for women, there's a lot that they can do in terms of like yoga, even like the sign journeys. If you look at statistically who shows up and who buys tickets, it's all women. But in reality, the people that need it the most is probably men. I mean, I feel like women are in a space where they're open to trying new things, isn't it? Like for another man to sit in a room and sort of open his hat, it's not the norm, innit?
So is that what that is then?
It is. The Limitless program, we have a life coach there. He's going to give you a few topics of discussion. And then if anybody wants to maybe open up about some challenges that they've had, everything's super private, super confidential. Whatever's said in the room doesn't leave the room. You know, you have this sort of like trust, bond and union there. And it's an it's a monthly thing. So we all come together. Maybe there's like 10 to 15 blokes. And yeah, every week, every month we change the topic. And yeah, the program's called Limitless.
So can someone get involved now, or is it a program in which it's, you know...
Tickets are live now. The next one's on July the 17th. I think it's a Wednesday, starts at 6:30 until 8. Anyone can get involved. And then alongside that group, there's a supportive WhatsApp group. So yeah, it's only once a month, but you know, daily in that WhatsApp group, there's loads of things getting shared.
Who would it be for? You know, it's
for anyone, man. Whether you're sort of 16 and you're coming up and you don't really know what you desire to do with your future, or if you're late in your 60s even and you're thinking like, yo, I need some other men that's more aligned to sort of where I'm going in my life. It's for anyone. It's for anyone. But men only.
Yeah, men only, which is nice, you know, because like you said, you know, and in Newport, very recently, we've lost a few good boys. Do you know what I mean?
And we shouldn't have.
No,
do you know what I mean?
Have.
And I feel like maybe if these groups were existing in Newport, you know, who knows?
Yeah, and if people do want to get involved in that,
that's the inspiration behind our group, really. Like someone came to our visit the Healing Hub. You know, cut a long story short, they're more than open about this to tell everyone their story. They, you know, attempted to take their own life, and they did a guided meditation on the brain tap. Cut a long story short, they've lost loads of weight. They're now sort of one of the leaders of our run club. They're now on the monthly men's groups, and that was the inspiration. Like, fuck, if someone comes in here and, you know, they've got something to say and they don't want to share an open space where sort of people are in the cafe, I need to create this space where they can at least once a month, or in a WhatsApp group like, yo, I'm struggling today. Do you know what I mean? My number, I want to be open to everyone. You know, I feel like that's how I live on Instagram anyway. The amount of DMs that I get of people, you know, seeking help, it's crazy enough, but I'm an open book, man. My heart's open for everyone.
Yeah, that's lovely. I think that's a good point to probably end on then, really. Yeah. If you just want to quickly let people know where they can find you, the hub, you know, socials, etc., then that'd be amazing.
So on Instagram, my Instagram is at Rico Zulkarnain 9. My name's a long one, man, but just put Rico 9 on there. It's probably going to come up on the first one. On YouTube, just type in Rico Futsal. I'm on Wikipedia. With the Healing Hub, Love Live Like Healing Hub on Instagram, lovelivelikehealinghub.com. But yeah, you're probably going to see me before you hear me.
Bosh.